Welcome back, and this week's movie is Thunderbolts, with a little asterisk though.
We can be the ones that are coming.
Bucky, you have the wrong people. We have all done bad things.
This movie brings back Yelena, Bucky, Red Guardian, Taskmaster, Ghost, and US Agent. With the new character in the Marvel Universe we have not seen, but who could it be? This is a spoiler-free review. And also, there's 2 after-credit scenes. So make sure you stay till the very end because the last one's a big one. So what's really interesting about this movie that really surprised me from the beginning, that it really dives into mental health. Yelena's kind of at a place in her life where she just doesn't know what she's doing or why she's doing it anymore. And I thought that was a very interesting topic to bring into the Marvel Universe. And we also meet a new character, Bob. And if you know anything about Marvel Comics, you know we're in for a big surprise. Because this new character is also dealing with a lot of mental health issues himself. And so yes, the 2 characters that stand out the most are Yelena and Bob. And this movie really focuses in on these 2 characters because these 2 characters are really struggling with who they are and past traumas. And also with the movie dealing about mental health, this one had a lot of emotions throughout it all. And it's really all on Florence Pugh's back. She is the backbone of the emotional part of this film. Because not only is she kicking ass throughout all the action sequences, but you also see it in her face that she's dealing with something. There was also some pretty fun action sequences throughout the film. Something else that I thought was really funny that they tell us throughout the whole film is how they got their name. They just keep explaining it to people or explaining it amongst themselves of where this name came from. Which for me, I really like that type of comedy just because it's pretty dumb that they just keep throwing it in your face and keep having to explain it over and over. Also, they did change how they got the Thunderbolts name, but as a comic book reader, I would love to hear what you have to say. Did you like that they did that? Also, there were some pretty funny moments, but there were your typical Marvel comedy that you're just like, okay, cool. Now with some things that I didn't really like. I will say that the first half of this movie felt really slow. It just felt like you had to really build up and introduce every character again to see where they are in life. But then there were these other characters in the poster that just were not used throughout the film. And yes, they were part of the main crew, but they were kind of just there. And of course, unfortunately, it is a Marvel movie, so some of the CGI was a little spotty at times. I only bring up the CGI parts because we've seen Marvel do an amazing job with the CGI moments, especially in movies that came out over 10 years ago. So please, Marvel, fix the CGI in some of these movies, especially with the upcoming ones that are going to be full of CGI. And also, as a small fan of this character, please redo Taskmaster, and that's all I'll leave you with. Also, there is a negative and a positive with this. I love when Bucky's character finally comes together with the team because Red Guardian is just in love with him and their banter between each other is just hilarious. You can tell David Harbour's Red Guardian just really looks up to Bucky and is just really trying to impress him, so that back and forth is just hilarious. But the negative part of that is that it takes Bucky a while, more than half of the film, to get together with the team. So I just wish we had more of that back and forth banter between Bucky and the rest of the team, specifically Red Guardian. And I feel like I can't talk about a certain character too much because I do not want to spoil this movie at all for you guys. So you let me know in the comments, would you like me to do a spoiler-filled review or keep it spoiler-free like I do? Also, where are the rest of the New York superheroes? So now would I go watch this movie in the theaters again? Yes, I would, just because this movie is very different from past Marvel movies. It just dives into something I don't think the Marvel Universe has ever really talked about, which is pretty relevant today. And also, we finally got a movie that is pushing the Marvel Universe and is giving us a little glimpse of what's coming in the future, which that made me really excited about. Also, they do explain why they have that little asterisk, which I really liked. But I don't know if comic book lovers are gonna love that, so let me know down below what you thought about that. Also, let me know in the comments, are you watching this film this weekend? And if you did watch it, let me know what you think about it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more movie reviews every week.